This happened when I was around 14. My family had just moved to a small town in Oregon, and our house backed up to these dense woods. You could walk for miles and not hit a single house. Anyway, I used to love going back there to explore, especially with my dog Max. He'd always be off-leash, darting between trees and coming back with muddy paws. One day after school, I went out there like usual, but Max stopped about 10 feet into the woods. He just froze, ears forward, tail stiff. I looked ahead and saw something crouched between two trees. At first I thought it was a deer, but it was too big and it looked wrong, like its limbs bent the wrong way. Max started growling, which he never does. The thing slowly stood up, and I swear to God, it was like watching someone in a costume, but no person moves like that. Too jerky, too tall. I ran back, yelling for Max, who luckily followed me, still growling. That night, I heard something scratching at the back door. Not the screen, the actual wood. We ended up moving a year later, and I never went back into those woods again. My friend and I were doing a road trip through Arizona and ended up stopping at this really rundown motel for the night. Nothing fancy, just needed a place to crash. Around 2 a.m., I woke up to this noise, like shuffling. I thought maybe it was just someone in the room above us. But then I noticed the light under our door went out, like something blocked it for a second. My friend was still out cold, so I slowly got up and peeked through the peephole. No one was there. But the weird part, I swear I saw a shadow move, like someone was standing off to the side, just out of view. Then the doorknob started to jiggle. I didn't breathe, just stood there, frozen. After a few seconds it stopped. I stayed up the rest of the night with a pocket knife in my hand. When we told the front desk the next morning, the guy just shrugged and said, "We get weirdos sometimes." Never stayed at a roadside motel again after that. When I was 10, my dad moved us into his childhood home after my grandparents passed. It was this really old house with creaky floors, drafty windows, and the creepiest basement I've ever seen. One night, I woke up thirsty and went to get some water. I passed the basement door and noticed it was open, just slightly. We always kept it shut. I figured maybe Dad forgot, so I went to close it. But then I heard humming. A woman's voice, soft and low. I thought maybe my sister was down there, but she was asleep upstairs. I leaned closer and the humming just stopped. I slammed the door and ran to my room. Told my dad the next morning, and he didn't say much, just looked weirdly serious. That weekend, he nailed the basement door shut. Like literally, hammer and nails. Never explained why. This was about 5 years ago. I was driving home from a late shift around 1 a.m. Long highway, barely any cars. Just me, the road, and music. Out of nowhere, my headlights lit up this woman standing on the shoulder. Long dark hair, pale skin, just staring at my car. I slowed down, thinking she might need help, but as I got closer, she didn't move. No thumb out. No wave, just blank staring. I passed her and looked in my mirror. She was gone. No way she ran off that fast. The whole highway was flat, open space. I even pulled over, looked around. Nothing. Later, I told a coworker, and she got pale. Said there's a local legend about a woman who died in a hit and run out there. People say she still walks the highway, looking for the driver. I don't drive that stretch anymore if I can help it. This one's short, but it stuck with me for years. I was house sitting for a friend while they were on vacation. Nothing crazy, just feeding the cat, collecting mail. First 2 nights were fine. On the third night, I was watching TV in the living room when I heard a knock on the window. Not the door, the window. It was like tap, tap, tap. Their house is in the suburbs. No trees near the windows, no porch out front. I peeked out, but didn't see anyone. An hour later, same knock, same window. This time, I turned off the lights and sat quietly. After a minute or so, I swear I heard breathing, like someone just standing outside the glass. I called the cops. But of course no one was there by the time they showed up. When my friend got back, I told her, and she looked at me with this really serious expression. Then she said, "That's why I don't sleep in the living room anymore." Whether it's something in the woods, a haunted memory, or just a stranger watching from the shadows. These stories remind us how fragile safety can be. Stay alert, and don't forget to lock your windows tonight.